Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I release a Legacy video every Friday. Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another Legacy video, back playing Doomsday. So, a card was spoiled a few weeks ago that got me interested enough in trying this Esper approach that I decided to get a hold of it as soon as I could and make a video, and that's this Pest Control. So, it is just a sideboard option, but it is, I think, pretty exciting. Um, it'll be interesting to see what this does. This is like I just got hold of it, so I have not seen it played on Magic Online, so I don't really know. But just quickly, so what this does is it can clear up stuff like Delver and Dragon's Rage Chandler, which is pretty interesting as a sort of a role player sweeper effect kind of thing. It can kill like it completely wrecks, I think, a lot of or maybe not a lot, maybe just Chalice of the Void, but like I was gonna say a lot out of 8 cast. But it kills Chalice of the Void, it kills like out of lands, it kills stuff like Exploration, Mox Diamond, and it kills Saga tokens, which is pretty relevant. Um, Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, depending on where you stand on those sorts of things, this is sort of it is the fixed Pernicious Deed effect, so it specifies non-land permanents. Pernicious Deed is just so insane in that it just states it destroys all artifacts, enchantments, and creatures. So like artifact lands get destroyed, and enchantment lands. So both Saga and the Seat of the Synod and stuff gets swept up by Deed. Not so much by this one, but it is, I think, pretty interesting if you can support the Esper colors. And then also it cycles, which is I think any card that cycles and has relevant text in Doomsday is immediately a bit more interesting because it's always nice to be able to like just draw a card that can't without like putting a spell in the stack. Of course, like cycling for 2 mana in and of itself is not good enough to warrant a place in the deck, but it's something that made like say Unearth also a little bit better. You can like cycle it if you draw it at a point in time where you don't want it. So basically, this is an adaptation of the 4-color the One Ring deck that I've been playing for a long time now, ever since Mark Tobias sort of brought it onto the scene at Eternal Weekend, and I decided that I wanted to forego green and try and make this pure Esper to make the color like the mana base a little bit smoother, and also like I think what we get from green is Veil of Summer and Carpet of Flowers, and then to a lesser extent Boseiju. But let's just concentrate on Veil of Summer and Carpet. Both cards are great versus blue decks, especially, and Veil is also great versus all the scam that's going on. But Veil in the main deck also just is completely textless versus I want to say like all the Ancient Tomb strategies, and that is quite a significant chunk of the meta. And I do worry where this leaves us against combo and against scam, of course. Like Veil secretly also kind of shored up or counted as sort of like a Veil Summer was like 3/4 of a pre-sideboarded anti-combo card because it stops Tendrils of Agony, it stops the discard, which is a lot like which plays a big part in today's combo legacy scene. But I'm gonna try this because I feel like I said, fewer dead cards in the main deck. What I've replaced the 3 copies of Veil with in the main deck is actually 2 copies of Bowmasters because well, for a couple of reasons. Just on rate, this is just a really good Magic card. I think most people have realized this. You may say that this also has dead matchups, but not really. Like even this does have text versus everything. Even if it's like versus lands where they aren't drawing cards and they don't really have like any X1s. At worst, this like fogs. This is a 2 mana like fog versus like 2 constructs or something, and that is not nothing. It's obviously very underwhelming versus a lot of decks, but it's also very good versus a lot of decks. And crucially, part of the reason to have main deck Veil was to be able to win through a main deck or game one Bowmasters, and this kind of also answers Bowmasters. You know, the answer to Bowmaster is Bowmaster, that sort of thing. So I'm trying that, and I added a fourth Cycler, which I had already been playing in my bug version of this deck, where I had taken out the 3 Teferi and added 1 Edge, and I want to say the Drown in the Lock, and I can't remember what the third one was. But yeah, I just feel like the difference between 3 and 4 Cyclers has felt quite big. Now, whether or not that's just sort of my feelings, I haven't been keeping track or anything, but I just feel like it increases the amount of times that you're able to like do same turn wins enough that it at least has felt good. Now the sideboard, since we are back on white, I decided to cut the third shoulder for a triumph, just to have a little bit of a spread of creatures. Excuse me. And I added a basic plains because versus Delver and like not having carpet, I think having carpet meant you could afford to not have the third basic, but not having carpet, I feel like I want to be able to board in a snow covered plains because post board versus Delver or versus Tempo, so much of this deck is going to be about resolving white cards that I think it's untenable to not have to have only like the three white duels. Um, Now, this does mean just something I want to touch on. The basic plains in the sideboard and the basic swamp in the main deck are only fetchable with 3 Polluted Delta and 3 Flooded Strand, respectively. So only 3 like fetch lands can get either one of these two. They aren't fetched by Lorien, so I'm not sure if this is like putting too much strain on the mana base, but we will see. That's something to keep an eye on. And then finally, I just wanted to touch upon this sudden edict. I put it in as an answer to Doorkeeper Thrall. It's obviously not perfect. If they have more than one creature, then it's a blank kind of thing. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. I am a little bit concerned about control decks with Thrall, but hopefully, like between Edict and Teferi, we're able to power through it. All right, I think that's enough of the deck tech. Now let's go jump into the league. All right, round number 1 on the draw. This hand is medium low. I'm gonna keep it though. See where it takes us. Ooh. All right, we're up against Bumpy, who likes the channel. So thanks, Bumpy. Uh-oh, Bumpy says they've swapped to the dark side. So this probably means like Scaminator. Oh, Delver, yeah. All right, well, I mean, we have this Bowmasters. I don't think I'm gonna spew an extra resource just to kill the Delver. Although, does that change things? The fact that we drew days. I think maybe it does. I think killing this Delver is fine. We'll see. They might have Bowmasters next turn, which is what I'm like more worried about. They're forcing. Oh, Duelist of the Mind. What is this? Flying Vigilance. Duelist of the Mind's power is equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. When you commit a crime, you may draw a card, then discard a card. Only once per turn. Okay, cool. Some cool tech here. Okay, well, I mean, they didn't daze, which makes me think they don't have daze. If they force now, that kind of leaves me with nothing, like if they force again. But luckily they did not do that. Okay. So we kill their Delver. Now let's see if they can follow this up with a Bowmaster, then we're just in big trouble, but looks like they're just passing. Ooh, okay, cool. They just passed. And things being what they are, I think I'm just going to plump down this Undercity Sewers and get a little surreal action. Let's dump this land. They didn't have a land drop either, so I wonder what they're sitting on. If it's not counter magic, maybe like black spells? Oh, Bumpy misclicked. So they had a play, it seems. But, or at least a land drop. Oh, Ponder. Feed my orc. They choose to shuffle. Okay, cool. They have a land here. Okay, do they have bolt? Unholy heat. Okay. Well, I mean, it killed a creature. It traded with a card in their hand, and we are left with a 2/2. But now I would really love to draw something here. Oh, ponder counts as something. There is Doomsday. Do I just go for this? I think I do, right? I mean, so they've had 2 draw steps to draw a Daze. Daze would be pretty devastating here. I could also try and go slow with this. A Daze is just like, it's so terrible if they have Daze. They already spent a force. I think I'm actually going to try and get Teferi into play and then do Doomsday next turn. I know it's the coward's move, but yeah, and it wasn't Daze they pitched. No, I remember that. We looked at that. Oh crap! Oh, now I clicked through my turn. I was supposed to play a land. No, no. Oh wow! And they have Wasteland, and what, Murktide? Okay. So I think this means we go for it here. We're gonna draw Doomsday. Are they letting me have this land? That would be quite surprising. Yeah, okay. Not gonna cycle the edge. I am just going to. So I'm gonna test the waters for the Daze right now. I'm gonna cast Dark Ritual and give them a chance to Daze that. And honestly, I would rather have Doomsday get Daze right now than them use Daze when I put Thos on the stack. Okay, they didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead now and assume they don't have the Daze or the Force. They could be slow rolling me. So we're gonna build a standard consider pile here. And so we drop a land, we cycle edge into Brainstorm, cast Brainstorm, draw consider, LED, a Street Wraith, put back a land from my hand and consider, and you know the rest. Like this. They could still, like, I mean, this is a person who likes Doomsday, so they could certainly be like, if they have force here and they've just decided to hold on, then they're very smart. Because how this pile ends is not through Cavern of Souls. All right, looks like we're in there. All right, cool. Took game 1 versus either Rug or Grixis or Blue Red Delver, one of those 3. So now we get to test our anti-Delver, or like the sideboard plan anyways. I think I want all removal that I have. Oops. So those are these 12 cards up here. I'm gonna move them down here. And then I'm gonna start cutting, and I tried to map this out, and I think I got to like 11 cards that I was just very happy to board out. So okay, these 11, and then it's about like what are the last cuts, or the last cut singular. It could be Days on the draw, or it could be Teferi versus the tempo. But Teferi is just also like a really good card, together with the One Ring and stuff. But I think I am gonna cut the Teferi over the Days. Just their Pyroblast deck, their Days deck, their Wasteland deck. And I'd rather, like, another consideration could be Lotus Petal, but I think I want to keep that. Just maximize the amount of like mana sources. Okay, interesting. Let's see how this plays out. Quite interested to see if we get some value off of this pest control. Okay, I am gonna keep this. I would much prefer them to not have black in their deck, to not be a Bowmaster's deck, if I'm being honest. Also, we are sort of at risk of falling into dire straits here with the lands. Like this Ponder kind of needs to deliver. Ponder plus our draw step kind of needs to deliver. Ideally, like a basic island and or basic plains or avenues to get towards getting that. Okay. Well, there's a Delver. I have Pest Control. I also have Plow. We just need not to fail now on the mana, please. Okay, I'm not. I thought these are all great cards actually. The Dark Ritual works pretty well with the with what's the creatures in my hand. So let's try this. I think as long as we don't get wastelanded and like multiple times kind of thing, we probably are fine. Force of Negation will counter my Pest Control, which is annoying. Okay, they Brainstorm. No Wasteland, that's good. Alright, I probably... Do I just make them Force of Negation here? If they have Daze, it's kind of bad. It's interesting, right? So I think I'm gonna pass here. If they like cast a cantrip, I'm gonna try and get them with Bowmasters. If they are sitting on Daze, like I think Daze is gonna get me in this game, like at one point or another, regardless. So I don't mind so much like getting it out of the way kind of thing. Okay, still no Wasteland. Love that. They're just passing. Is this where I Bowmasters? Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, like they've not. This could mean a black duel. Okay, they're brainstorming in response. I would rather use this to kill Delver than Plow because Plow kills Murktide. Okay, look, Bowmaster's in, and they probably have Lightning Bolt, though who knows. Okay, I'm gonna draw Dark Ritual. And I think I am gonna play this around the days. Oh, hang on, hang on. It's gonna kill my my orc army. I'm gonna attack first. And I don't mind trading my, like, basically losing both the Pest Control and the Orc army to kill this Delver. I'm gonna try this anyways. I think, honestly, I would love for them to force of will this. That's obviously not gonna happen because they have the force of negation. But I wouldn't mind them force of negationing this because then, like, I think we're left sitting pretty with we can like Dark Ritual shoulder it next turn. If they have force of will for that, then we can hard cast shoulder it on the next turn. Um, and we also still have a Plow to act as removal. But like if we get to resolve shoulder it, we can race the flip Delver, no problem. But it looks like it's resolving, so that's cool. We could also just draw Cavern of Souls for maximum winage. Okay, looks like they're making a 5/5 Murktide. So let's see what we're able to do with that. Okay, there's the One Ring. That's also like things are heating up here. But I think I will try and play Shieldred. We'll see if they didn't right here. Okay, so this will require a force of will from opponent, which they could have. They do. What's pitched? Delver of Secrets. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pass here, and I'm gonna give them a chance to like crack their fetch for me to then plow the Murktide around their Force of Negation, or just like cast a spell or whatever without making a land drop. That looks like, I'm gonna plow now before taking the damage. I was thinking about waiting until end of turn. Okay, if they tap out for Fawn here, that's pretty good, I think, for me. Okay, yeah. So what was pitched before? It was Delver, right? Okay. So now I would really love to draw land to not play into days. Ooh, I do. Lucky. I think probably I'd pick up the ring here. If they also have a counter for this. Oh, they do. Brutal. Okay, okay, okay. That's a lot. Oh, I forgot to click through combat. That's not good. Okay, so I'll be at 4 here, and then Shieldred. I would need to draw like a cantrip or a removal spell right now, where it's over. Oh yeah, okay. Wow, okay. GG's. Um, felt like I felt like I got my deck to do what it wanted to do, but it just ended up sort of just falling short. Um, I think I resubmit here. I don't think I do anything different. Um, wow. So they had how many forces did they have here? Force of will, right? On force of will on the shoulder, force of negation on the plow, force of negation on the other on the one ring. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. We have the nuts here. We have turn one shoulder backed up by days or force. Um, so hopefully our opponent doesn't have another double force hand. I'm gonna fetch Underground Sea and put them to the test. They have force of negation. This is where they're supposed to point it at, right? They know we're a shoulder deck. Yeah. I'm gonna daze that. Hope they don't have 2 force of negations. But if they do, we can then still cast Orcish Bowmasters, I guess. Come on, please don't also have force. Yay. Alright. Beating a turn 1 Sheoldred when you're on the draw as Delver is not easy. They're going to need... Like, the best possible scenario for them is they have... at least as far as I know, is that they have Petty Theft right now, and they're going to be looking for that. Okay, they have DRC, and they do get to start churning. This Bauble is not gonna be nice for them. Okay, so they... Oh, what was pitched, by the way? The Duelist. They are bobbling me, which is 2 more damage. I would love a blue card for force here. Don't get it. Okay, so if they have Petty Theft right now, it's it will swing the match in their favor, I think. Or if they have, I guess, anything, maybe they kept in Unholy Heat, and they just need to get Delirious. They're not attacking, which is good. Makes me think they don't have. Oof, they don't have the Petty Theft. Yeah, they're digging here, pondering into Shieldred. Yeah, it's not easy for them. They they do not shuffle. Okay. Okay. So what do I do here? I think like they might have Lightning Bolt right now, so I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna just pass. Keep up plow if I need to. The shoulder is gonna solo them. So they're going to be at 4 in a moment. Do they have it? No. Or I guess if they had it, they didn't chose not to play it in their upkeep. Bobbling me. Okay, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because they have to attack here, so they don't have a blocker. Shieldred deals 2 here. And they concede. All right, sweet. Off to a winning start. Love that. Yeah, I think my opponent, like, I think game 1 was pretty cool. Then I think, like, and sort of a little bit back and forth. And then game 2, I felt like my deck drew in its sort of better, like, in the better spread of what's possible. And then my opponent drew 3 forces and 3 blue cards in those few turns, and I feel like maybe that was a bit over, like a bit of an overperformance. And then my deck overperformed pretty massively in the final, like turn 1 shouldered backed up by counter magic on the play is very good, and it requires a lot. It requires like 2 ritual / pedal effects and then the counter spells and stuff. So all in all, good match. I'm gonna write this down as blue-red Delver. I think. I don't think I saw any green mana. All right, off to round number 2. All right, on the draw for round number 2, we have again like a little bit of a mid, maybe a bit better than last round, but I'm gonna keep. Bloodstained Mire. Feels like Bloodstained Mire has sort of been removed from the format almost. Ooh. I don't know that I feel like just casting Doomsday into this Bloodstained Mire. I might live to regret that if I get scammed. But, okay, so it is a blue deck at least. This could be the Epic Storm though. Bloodstained Mire makes me feel like it's not like your typical, it's not, I don't think Scam plays that. Yeah. Ooh, and they mill their Gay as well. Well, it means if we survive this turn with the cards in our hand left, we get to just untap and win. But there is certainly a chance that we're dead here. Okay. Tap land hopefully means no. Veil of Summer. Yeah, it looks like we just get to win. Woohoo! All right. So let's get the Fitcherinos out here. So basically same procedure as game 1 last round, except we don't have the proxy of a cycler here. We have the actual brainstorm, so we need to then put an extra cycler in the pile. So we build pile, it's consider, cycler, LED, another cycler, and then Thassa on the bottom. And then we cast brainstorm. And we put back a blank and the consider. Cast LED. We keep up days as long as we can here, but it's not really important in this matchup or in this situation. Okay, and they concede. All right, cool. The Epic Storm. Glad to take game 1 here. So it's not unlikely for them to like just drop mana rocks here. So at least one of these Pest Control, plus it will sweep up like an Empty the Warrants. We want the 2 extra Forces of Negation. The Nihil Spellbomb is not amazing, but they are like at least part of their combo goes to the graveyard, and this can always sort of just cycle itself, I suppose. Not sure about Shieldred. Like, yeah, they play Brainstorm, but they also just can ignore Shieldred. Mishi's maybe. Okay, I don't want Teferi. I think we can skimp a little bit on haste here, so cut a couple of cyclers. Not sure about the Bowmasters. I would probably rather have Bowmasters or rather have Shieldred than Bowmasters. So let's try this. Because at least, like, if I go Ritual, Shieldred, it I don't feel like incredibly confident I'm gonna win, but at least like they can't Veil and then just do whatever they want. They can just Veil of Summer, which a card which they play 4 of, and then the Bowmasters is just switched off. Maybe this is even like one too many of these effects. Maybe I want one of each, and then the second Pest Control. This is also a league where I'm testing Pest Control, and I do wonder if like I think I don't know. It's like one Pest Control is probably correct. Oh wow. Or we just get super duper lucky and okay, they're mulliganing to 6. I will Doomsday on turn 1 here, even though like it does mean that you open the door for them to mini tendrils you. Oh, they're just passing? Or is that a misclick? They just pass. Okay, I do think that actually changes things. I am gonna drop my land here and just be ready to like brainstorm looking for Force of Will. And if they pass again, then I'll win. Looks like they are. Wow, what hand did they keep? What hand do you keep that does this? Oh, okay. Never mind. Here's a Chrome Mox. They are making moves. Imprinting the tendrils. Okay. I could just let this resolve. Then they have to take Dark Ritual. I'm gonna brainstorm and I'm gonna put back a land that I don't want and Dark Ritual. Yeah. This means I'm pretty sure that they will take Consider. This hand right now, face up, shows like Cast Doomsday. They don't know that there's a Dark Ritual hiding on top. And they took the Consider, but I think with the... No, I need to spend 2 mana for this draw card on the same turn it's played. Let's just see here. So, Petal, cast Dark Ritual, cast Doomsday, then I have 2 mana. I think probably I just... I Dark Ritual the Doomsday, and then I play the Nihil Spellbomb. And then just sort of chill. So Thassa, a couple of cyclers, and like I don't know. I don't think they play like Pyro Blast or anything like that, but may as well try and shore it up here. What else? It's the last card I want. I don't think it really matters. I'll make it a Ponder, just like in case it gets shuffled. It's nice to have a cantrip. So, gonna put, I guess, Cavern of Souls, then Ponder, then Thassa, and then the cyclers. And let's go. Hopefully they can't, like they already imprinted their tendrils here, so they would need, I'm pretty sure they don't play 2 tendrils in the main, so they would need like Burning Wish. Can they do that with 5 cards without going through the graveyard? It's certainly not impossible, but it's also maybe not so likely. All right. They had enough. That was a little bit of a weird keep on their part. I would love to see what was in their hand, but GG's off to round number 3. Okay, on the play, excuse me, for round number 3. Oh, so close, but no cigar. Yeah, let's keep this and probably bottom the LED. Yeah. I'm actually going to play out the no, I'm gonna play out the Flooded Strand. Never mind. Opponent's also on a mulligan. Oh yeah. Oh, they're on mulligan to 5. I didn't even get a chance to mention in game 1 of round 1 where we actually ended up casting the main deck Bowmasters and it killing, like it drew out a Force of Will, and I believe I was able to daze, which is obviously brutal. But like, yeah, and so like it or maybe I'm misremembering. I think that's how that played out. And then I had killed their Delver of Secrets, so that was pretty sweet. Ooh, Agadeem. Okay, so it must be oops all spells. On a mold of 5, let's hope they can't like combo and protect it. They just like they have 3 cards. If one of their remaining 2 cards is a Pact of Negation, they got me here. I mean, I guess I can try and brainstorm into Hail Mary. Okay, that didn't happen, so... Oh, wait. Dark Ritual? No, what's this? Oh, sick! Alright. Hail Mary time. We need to hit this brainstorm to hit a daze or like a force plus blue card. Oh, oh! I'm sorry, opponent. I feel guilty. Um, I mean, their last card in hand could be another reanimate, I guess, and then this just happens next turn. But that was disgusting. Okay, and I put back Undercity Sewers to be able to sort of not get completely brainstorm locked. Another delightful feature of Undercity Sewers here. I'm gonna put Underground Sea in the graveyard. And I'm actually going to play out this Petal because there's a world where they can discard me next turn and where I then draw Doomsday, which would be unfortunate. Okay, so please don't have more reanimate. Wow, that's a sick tech. I just didn't think about that at all, but that's obviously something you can do. Okay, land tapped, so they're chilling for the time being. I draw another Underground Sea anyways. Okay, I'm gonna keep hold of that in case I draw another Brainstorm. I don't at all feel comfortable right now. Like I am sitting on nothing, and they are rebuilding towards the inevitable. So would love to find some action, or more lands. All right, I'm gonna play this Tundra. Keep hold of one of my lands. Uh-oh, they're pausing. Okay, just pass. Phew. Come on, something. The One Ring. Doomsday. No. Yeah, I'm not playing this out. If I play this out, then winning will have to include like resolving to fairy and bouncing Thassa's Oracle, which I think is going to be a bit too elaborate. Yeah, but I think they're ready to go anyways, so. Oh, okay, no, they're thought seizing me. Go right ahead. I hope they reanimate this. But obviously they're not going to if they have reanimate their days. Okay. I mean, it's possible days can still do some work here. Like, but not if they have a ritual. Lotus Petal. Okay. Lotus Petal. Oh, that's 4 mana. They're just passing. Oh, come on, deck. I mean, I'm in no position to complain. I got super lucky on that brainstorm, but oh, they're paying costs. Wild Cantor. Okay. The Wild Cantor beats are coming. This means Daze is no longer a thing. They have now the ability to make 5 mana. Oh, calm the bloody hell on. Okay, I'm going to play another land here, represent Hardcast Force, which is not really a thing. I mean, they are a force check deck. They're not going to, I think, not go off if they can. Okay, I'm at 16. Come on. The One Ring. Doomsday. I'd even take, like, Orcish Bowmasters. Oh! Oh, this is excruciating. Well, at least, I can't complain too much. My opponent has also not been drawing, I'm sure, like what they were looking for. But okay, they passed. Come on. Okay. Okay, Doomsday. Well, it's now or never, or rather, it's next turn or never. Oh, wow. This is a Pact of Negation. Okay, I mean, I'll take this because it's going to cost them basically their Wild Cantor plus the 2 petals, putting me back into Daze days range, or putting them back into days range. Oh, they're exiling a spirit guide. Yeah, gotta keep the beats on. Okay. Well, that means we get at least this next turn, because they're not doing anything with 3 cards in hand and no mana, or like 1 mana. Okay, come on then. Keep the business spells coming. Teferi's good. The One Ring's great. Doomsday's great. Just a cantrip would be great. Or another day. Okay, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, all that stuff. Get the beats in. I'm at 13 now. I guess, like, if they draw Reanimate, I can't daze through that. Dark Ritual. So if I daze right now, then they can pay with the Tumbler thing. Then I Dark Ritual. Then I daze again. Then they can pay with Wild Cantor, but then they don't have 4 mana. Whereas if I let Dark Ritual resolve, they have 5 mana. And then yeah, I think I let this resolve and then just daze the hopefully the other guy, because yeah, not this one. If they have this one, then they have me, I think. So okay, let this resolve. 4 mana. And I mean, if they have a spirit guide, that gets me no matter what. It looks like they are tapping out. What's this? 5 mana. 6 mana. Oh, Agadeem's Awakening. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield and yeah, okay. Well, fortunately, Daze handles this single-handedly. Please Pact of Negation me here. Okay, that didn't happen, but that was an excellent thing for me. Another Dark Ritual. That's not so excellent. Okay, I wonder what their last card is. So it's not a Spirit Guide. It's not like an informant or a spy. Oops, sorry. Someone at the door. All right. We get a turn here. We draw land. Come on. Okay, pass. All right. Well, eventually something is bound to happen. They're passing again. We're dead to any reanimate. Come on, cantrip. Action spell. I'll cycle this. I'm not gonna play it out. Oh, come on! No, deck. This is so bad. If at any point in the next 5 turns I lose to spells from their hand, then having played the Street Wraith wouldn't have mattered, right? Yeah, more lands. I mean, why not? Only like almost halfway through the deck. I feel extremely vulnerable. They're passing. Thankfully. Come on, brainstorm, please. Okay, I'll take the One Ring. And I'll spew a Dark Ritual here just to have more untapped mana in case I don't know, it becomes relevant. This doesn't stop them from winning. Like, the One Ring doesn't stop Thassa's Oracle on the opponent's side. Draw a card. I drew Force of Will. Sick. Alright, I feel a lot better now, for obvious reasons. I can Dark Ritual out the Force of Will and also Daze. So, unless, like, all my Doomsdays are in the final, like, 10 cards of my library or something, I feel like I'm supposed to be winning from now, but we'll see. Okay, Chrome Mox imprints what? It imprints Bridge from Below, okay. Summoner's Pact, okay, I'm gonna let that resolve. Hopefully that ends it here. Elvish Spirit Guide. Okay, there's the Balustrade Spy. I'm gonna daze it. Okay, so they paid for the Balustrade, for the daze. So I'm gonna Dark Ritual. I mean, if their last card in hand is Pact of Negation, they got me here, which is pretty sick. But I mean, they have also just been drawing turn after turn, so it's not unreasonable for them to have drawn something that actually works. We shall see. Oh, that's so sick! All right, you got me. Can't help but, but appreciate that. Okay, guess I'll just take a look at their deck real quick. The casual turn 16, oops all spells versus Doomsday win. Oh my. Memory's Journey, that's good to know about. Yep, alright. But I mean, and how many 3 Narcomoebas? That's enough, right? Yeah, they don't need the bridge from below. Alright. Okay, sideboard wise, we have the Nihil Spellbomb for this. And we have Force of Negation. Seems like bringing in Pest Control, it does not make a lot of sense. Like it would be to like kill a Chrome Mox. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring in the 3 the Spellbomb and these 2. I'm gonna board out Orcish Bowmasters and 1 Teferi, I think. And I'm gonna submit. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's turn 3 Doomsday. I have Force of Negation, which is not, doesn't counter their creatures, but they kept 7. Scary stuff. I'm gonna force this. I'm gonna pitch the Lorne Revealed. Alright, so they are passing. Dark Ritual is resolved. Oh, I was supposed to fetch under City Sewers there. I just clicked through. I was gonna say Dark Ritual for the completely undeserved. Okay, they're thought seizing me. I think I just have to take this. They're gonna take Doomsday. So I'm gonna fetch like an Underground Sea, I think. Or actually maybe, yeah. I guess maybe a Scrubland and then Undercity Sewers. That's a lot of not blue producing land here though. Guess I'll take the Ponder. Yeah, these aren't good. Oh, the One Ring. Alright, pass. I mean, the One Ring isn't even that exciting in this matchup because, like, yeah, it doesn't stop them. Whereas, like, if it was Reanimator, the Time Walk actually kind of matters. Or is it like a Time Walk? Okay, they just had the thing. Let's see if they have a Spirit Guide as well. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. This is the one that just does it all. Alright, GG's opponent. Cool, insane game 1, I would say. A bit less so in game 2. Okay, round 4 on the draw. Trophy Dream is dead, but this is a pretty good hand. I'm gonna keep this. If anything, it's a little bit like it's maybe 1 bomb too heavy. If we consider Teferi a bomb, but maybe Teferi will just end up being like Force of Will fodder. Opponent keeps 7, we will 2. Okay, Bauble. That typically means 8 cast or a Dragon's Reach Channeler deck. Okay, it's Ancient Tomb. Expedition map. Okay, so not one of the regular ones. I'm not countering this. I'm betting this goes and gets Urza's Saga, but we'll see. And opponent bobbling us Saw Days. Just as I played this Underground Sea, I was thinking it's probably not a Wasteland deck, but Expedition map. Yeah, it might be a Wasteland deck, but I would just really like to brainstorm and then fetch. But if that's the case, maybe I'm just supposed to play out the strand here. I don't know. Okay. Maybe it's like one of those Days on Doing decks. But what is Expedition Map doing there? Is it just to get Urza Saga? Could be they have like a Hull Reacher coming for us here. But we can force or daze that. I think I am going to brainstorm, although like Lore and Reveal just means like next turn Doomsday. Oh, Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, I think that's fine. Not gonna pay for that. And then I think on the end of their turn, I'm going to fetch probably a Scrubland and then cycle Lorne Revealed. They're popping the map here. And they did get Ursa's Saga. That plan is gonna take too long. It's interesting that they felt strongly enough about Brainstorm to cast Metallic Rebuke on that. There's a Shadow Spear, rather. Oh, and Thoughtcast. I'm not gonna force that. Yeah. Okay. I've said this before. This is one of the things where I'm annoyed that, then again, I don't really see how you could change that. But like that Magic Online doesn't work similarly to paper. Like our opponent just Mishra's bobbled us. I'm about to shuffle my deck, and if it was in paper, I would be able to pick up my deck and physically just look at what was on top of my deck, so that I would know what they had seen, which is an important piece of like potentially strategic information. Okay, I'm getting Scrubland. Cycling the Lorien Reveal. I'm almost tempted to just cast Teferi here, truth be told. Getting Underground Sea, yeah. I think maybe I just do that rather than the Naked Doomsday. Especially if I draw blue card here, then I'm happy. Yeah. Okay, I'm actually just gonna cast Teferi, and then like next turn we could Doomsday minus Teferi to bounce something. They obviously have to use a force counter here if they have one, or it will be turned off. Oh. So now the question is, do I plus Teferi, or do I actually just minus it? Yeah, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna minus it on the Saga here, and then next turn I'm just gonna untap plus Teferi, pass the turn, and then Doomsday on their turn. Untap for the win. Does this like what they have going on right now is just not enough to really frighten me. Replay the Saga, yup. Emery. They don't have anything scary in the graveyard right now, so that's fine. And Emery can't kill Teferi once I plus him. Actually, no, it can because of Shadow Spear. But that's probably fine. I will have cast Doomsday by then. Could also cast the One Ring. So many options. I think I just plus Teferi here. And pass. And so they can choose between like taking an Emery turn off to kill Teferi, or like keep like gaining value with Emery off of baubles or whatever. I'm obviously mostly hoping that Teferi gets to stick, because then it's just like it's academical at that point, and that seems to be what's happening. They're just passing. Unbeknownst to them, Doom is coming. Ottawara, okay. So Teferi is bounced here. That's actually kind of cool. And then they can force or rebuke, I guess. We have force and daze, so maybe that's going to be good enough. Force pitch Emery. I'll force pitch Teferi. Second force. Okay. Doomsday is countered. That's pretty rough. Okay, now it's about the One Ring. Later on, it will be about Teferi. I didn't see that Ottawara play coming. Not gonna lie. Okay, so they're pretty low on life though, but I guess Shadow Spear is gonna make up for that. They are just going to 3, making another construct. What did they pitch to those forces? Okay. I mean, I can't help but imagine how like Pest Control is going to be great here. Look at their board. They would lose everything except Emery. Okay. Drawing mucho cards here. Yeah, can't stop that. Refilling. Yeah, this is going to be hard to beat if I don't like... If I draw Doomsday right now, then it's back in, back on the saddle kind of thing. But they have drawn way more cards than me. There are 33 cards left in their deck and 43 left in mine, so it kind of gives you an idea. Okay, I'm gonna ponder first. That is not what I want. Okay, and then draw with the ring. I don't think these daisies are gonna do a lot. And I think I already played a land, didn't I? Where are you? Turn 6. Turn 6. No, I don't think I did. Okay, so I am gonna brainstorm, and then I'm gonna play Teferi, I think. So Teferi is gonna bounce one of their constructs, and then I'm gonna take probably around, I don't know, like 9 to 10 damage. So it might already be over. Then I'm taking 2 from the ring. But well, let's see. If I had cast Dark Ritual before drawing with Teferi, I would have been able to like cast Bowmasters too. Okay, their construct is 5/5. Can they grow it? Is the question. So they're just equipping. And that's going to take damage, sort of them being on 3 out of the equation here. I'm going to take 6 or 8, I guess. It depends if they're going to kill Teferi. And they are, so I'm just taking the 6. Bauble. I don't think I'm going to flash in Bowmasters here at the beginning of my turn. I think I'd rather focus all my energy in trying to survive here. Like, Ring needs to draw me Doomsday or another ring, basically. There's Doomsday. Okay, so they have 4 cards. 2 of their Force of Wills are gone. I'm going to try and just cast Doomsday here. Okay, cool. Wow, that was weirdly almost running out of control after what felt like a really like unlosable spot here. Okay, we want the 2 Pest Control. We want the 2 Sheoldreds. Don't know that we want anything else. We didn't see Chalice of the Void, and I think they are a Chalice of the Void deck. Do you want any more removal? Like, would a Sudden Edict do anything? Probably not. So if we bring in these 4, we want the Bowmasters. I don't mind not having access to the turbo kill here because they are like a Force of Will deck. So probably just board like this. Yeah, let's resubmit. Oh no, we have to mulligan this. Opponent keeps 7. Yeah, let's keep this. And bottom, Cavern is pretty cool because like we have a couple of very relevant creatures. Maybe I'll like bottom the Daze and see where life takes us. Emery. I think I'd actually like to not like have Emery in play. I'm gonna pitch Teferi. Teferi's the better card out of Ponder, but my hand needs some help. Okay, they're forcing back, pitching force. Okay. They hit a torpor orb. Okay, that's good to know about. Just love to find like Shouldred right now. That's not Shouldred. I think I keep these, then like get a fresh Brainstorm next turn. Like I'll cycle Street Wraith so that the Brainstorm is sort of drawing live. 3 live cards, 3 fresh cards. Okay, they didn't find a Bauble or mana off of the Emery trigger, so I'm curious to see what they're sitting on. Okay, so they just had a Bauble anyways. Okay, cool. I would love for this Urza's Bauble not to show them the cavern, because then they'll know like to counter a Dark Ritual. Okay, they're not firing it. Interesting. Maybe that means they have Metallic Rebuke. I forget how Metallic Rebuke, like the mana cost on that exactly. So maybe I'm talking nonsense. I'm just trying to work out why they wouldn't pop this Bauble. Okay, I'm gonna draw the Brainstorm. I'm gonna cycle into, I believe it was a fetch land. I can't remember. Whatever was underneath it. And then I'm gonna cast Brainstorm. Oh, it was a Tundra, right? Okay. So I would like this Brainstorm to resolve. If they do what they did in the last game and counter it, so be it. We still get some selection off of this. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, let's put away these 2 lands here. And let's actually hang on. They do I just like force check them here? I think I do. I know they have the Torpor Orb, but we have Teferi for that. Oh, hang on. The Metallic Rebuke. Okay, I'm gonna play into that. We'll see if this ends up biting me. Yeah, they're countering it. They had the Rebuke. Okay. They could have just done that with the Mox Opal, couldn't they? Ah. Okay, now it's time to find Shouldred, please. And preferably before they find Urza Saga. So they saw the cavern. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna Orc here, and I guess I'll just wait. Maybe that's dumb. I don't think they have any instant speed draws. Torpor Orb. Okay. I guess I Orc in response to that to get my my friendo. All right. So they can play the orb, which they choose to do. I don't care about that. I'm gonna no, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to cycle Lorn Revealed here. So I'm not drawing with it anytime soon. Not even if I like draw a Dark Ritual. And cycling it has the benefit of, first of all, not like shuffling so they don't know what's on top. I guess they could just rebobble here. But also, if I draw Shouldred or the One Ring, I can cast them right now. Okay, I didn't. I think attacking is safe. I don't think they have flash creatures. The only potential one I could think about would be like Hull Creature, but they don't have mana for that. Okay, they are drawing. They're gonna feed the army. I don't know if I'm supposed to ping Emery or them. Probably them. Yeah. Like the draws they have in their turn right now come in 2s, so it's like, what's his face? Um, the thing. Thought Monitor or Thoughtcast. Okay, they're picking the bauble. They're choosing to draw cards, which is fair. Shouldred. Okay, Brainstorm. I'll take that. They can't rebuke this, or I mean they can, but then I can just pay the 3. If they force of will this, that's pretty nutso. But I mean, they are about to flip the script here with the saga. So I would love to find like Shieldred or something else. Another Bowmasters. That's pretty good. That means I can kill Emery. Yeah, I think I'll try and cast Doomsday next turn. So Torpor Orb means like flashing in the Bowmasters right now doesn't do anything, but if they pop the bauble, I can play the Bowmasters. They are popping the bauble, so they'll see a flooded strand on top of the deck. Let's get this one in. So we can shoot Emery now, which I think is correct. And Emery's bringing in more bauble love. Okay. Emery's dead. They can replay the bauble. I wonder if they're gonna keep like sacking baubles here. They're paying costs and tapping 2 blue. This looks like Murktide, but that can't be in this deck, right? Maybe it's like Kappa Cannoneer or something. Okay, something's happening. Kappa Cannoneer would be a beating here. Chalice of the Void on 1. Okay, I don't care about that now. I guess it's time to see if they have the rebuke here. The thing is, if they just let this resolve, I'd actually rather have a land that wasn't a fetch land. So I'm gonna Undercity Sewers here, and put that right on top. Now I actually kind of hope that they counter this. Oh, I don't know, because like Shoulder is not going to be uncounterable. Okay, so they Fluster Storm. Aren't I just able to pay for that? I think this is Storm 2, right? Do you have more counter spells? You don't. Okay. So, we need Teferi. Probably 2 Teferi. Thassa would be good. Pest Control for the lulls. Force of Will and another Doomsday, maybe? No, okay, I don't. Force of Will doesn't matter. Let's just say Doomsday. Okay, so we will draw Teferi, cast Teferi. We have enough mana to do that. Bounce the orb, draw Thassa, 3 cards in the deck. Devotion is 3. That then loses if they have like Otawara to bounce something. But then we can re-Doomsday. But I think this is the plan. And my orcs are just on blocking duty. And I think Pest Control is underneath the second Teferi. Okay, let's go. Okay, so they can make a giant thing, and they can put on Shadow Spear. I think they could have rebuked as well, so I think they don't have rebuke, and I think they don't have Force of Will. I think right now we're like looking decent in terms of having our plan come to fruition, but we shall see. All right, let's see what they do. Saga is popping. They are making another construct. They are going for the wins here, and I guess like if they have a counterspell for Teferi, then I think they just win because they get to like I can block 6 power, and they can make one of their or the attacking construct a 12/12. Oof. That means that actually if they have one more artifact, I'm just dead. Okay, they're equipping. Can they grow this one more? It looks like they can't. Man, fact that it gets trampled is pretty brutal. Okay, so the last 2 cards in their hand are not artifacts that can be cast. That could mean they're counter spells, but yeah, we will learn very soon. It's also mean like it means the whole re Doomsday plan was a bit of a pipe dream. Okay, they're bobbling us, so they get another draw. They'll get to see the Teferi, so they'll know what's coming. They don't have mana to Otawara, so that's one thing at least. They get 2 redraws here. How many forces are gone? 1 force. Only 1 force? No, they force pitched force. But, I mean, it is not unlikely that what they have is a counterspell. It's in! Oh my. Boing. And I win, or you have something I'm not thinking about? Boom! We did it! Wow, that was a that was a very close shave. All right, 3-1 positive record ensured. Let's go for round number 4. All right, round 5 on the play versus Canican, whom I know is a sort of a known like MTGO grinder, but I can't place them on an archetype. Maybe like it's a combo player. But I'll choose to be on the play, and I'll keep these cards. I'll just plump a Flooded Strand, ready to fetch Undercity Sewers and ready to for a turn 2 Doomsday if nothing else happens. Alright, they are a Scalding Tarn player, so that makes me not want to just jam Doomsday here. I'm gonna Undercity Sewers. Force of Will. Okay, I'll take that. I think I'll cycle this. If I find a blue card, I think I am just... I did not. Alright, I'm gonna pass. Elegant Parlor. Okay, so maybe I should have just gone for it. This smells like Initiative, maybe? Or Goblins? Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Okay, so it's that Painter Agatha's Soul Cauldron combo deck. Alright, well, I mean, if I find a Cycler or a Brainstorm on top, then Doomsday can happen, and same turn win can happen with what we've done here, but yeah. They could also have like a Red Blast, which would complicate things. They should know we're on Doomsday from this, I think. Fury. Evoked Fury? What? Why? How does this work? What am I missing? It's to get this into the graveyard and then to be able to... No, I don't get this. Why are we furying? I'm sure it'll become apparent to me. Ah, okay. So they were just like going all in on blinking this to have a is it 4/4/3/3? 3/3 double striker. I think we can hope to beat that. Like if I Doomsday here, I will be at 8 and they'll hit me for 6. Come on. Okay, that wasn't what I had hoped for, but let's do this. I'm not sure what pile to build, to be honest, because they are likely to be a red Elemental Blast deck. Although Touch of the Spirit Realm kind of makes me think maybe not. If they are a Reb deck, then I can't just go for Oracle. So I'm going to be at 8. They're going to tag me down to 6. Oh, sorry, to 2. If they have Lightning Bolt, I'm just dead. Although I guess I have Force of Will. Then we... Actually, I have Force of Will. What am I saying? I can just try and cycle through the deck here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I have mana to also make like put a consider in here to get to the bottom of the pile, I think. How does this work? Okay, so I draw Edge of Autumn. I edge into consider away Street Wraith, draw Thassa. Yeah, let's try that. Hopefully the Force of Will is gonna hold. And Agatha's Soul Cauldron. You may spend mana as though I overran any color to activate abilities of creatures. Creatures you control with a +1/+1 counter on them have all activated abilities on all creatures exiled. Exile target card from a graveyard when a creature is... Yeah, okay. Right now, this doesn't do anything, so I'm going to let this just enter play and save my Force of Will for something else. Okay. Beat me down to 2 here. I can Force of Will a Lightning Bolt. I'm not going to Daze a Lightning Bolt because... yeah, for obvious reasons. No, I guess that's not obvious, but if they have Simian Spirit Guide, which decks like this tend to play. Gonna consider away the Street Wraith here. Is there any reason to play the Petal? I don't think there is a reason not to. I don't think it cost me anything here. Okay. Do you have multiple things that can hurt me here? Okay. I don't really know what to make of this. Like, if this was normal Painter, or even like if I had seen Goblin Welder and Painter out of the Agatha Soul Cauldron deck, I would be all about swapping in all the white stuff here. Also because they would be a grindstone deck probably, but maybe Doomsday remains my best plan here, but I think I am going to swap some at least. Okay, I just had to retouch the Spirit Realm. Maybe I don't want to be bringing in, like, Sheoldred and stuff. Although I can bounce it with Teferi. Yeah, maybe let's try this. I'll board out, like, some, but not all of my Doomsday package. Orcish Bowmasters doesn't seem incredibly good here. I'll maybe cut one. This is not great, but it's playable. I'll keep it. Opponent kept 7 as well. There's a Saga. Oh wait, did I not bring in the Pest Control? No! I was supposed to do that. Ugh, bummer. Now I feel in bad shape against the Saga. Yeah, none of this. Oh no. Triple days as well? Get out of here. Alright, I feel like I've completely messed up here. I guess Sheoldred is interesting. Depends on what comes out of the cauldron. If it's Shadow Spear, I don't think Sheoldred can keep up. Alright, they're not committing to another construct. That's interesting. Oh, and they have Grindstone. Right on. Suddenly feel a bit better about things with my Sheoldred in hand. But if they have Painter here too, that's pretty scary, obviously. Alright, I'm taking 2. Gonna fetch Undercity Sewers, yeah. Undercity Sewers shows me Ponder. I will probably bottom that or put it into the graveyard. I'm kind of looking for Force of Will right now. Doomsday, huh? Ah, what am I doing? I was supposed to cycle this for the Teferi. God, I'm just not at it right now. I don't think I want to cast Doomsday. All things being equal here, I'm just gonna pass. And pray for good weather and no Painter Servants. Land drop. Magas of the Moon. Holy moly. Guess I'll have to daze this. And I'm gonna daze picking up Undercity Sewers, as I'm gonna be a land drop away from. Oh no, actually no. That's not correct. I'm supposed to pick up Underground Sea here, I think. Hope they don't have Spirit Guide, or I will be I'll be back like down to 1 land here. Okay, I'm gonna Island Cycle now, get Tundra. I'm gonna take my turn here, and I'm gonna play Teferi, bounce the Construct. Oops. And then next turn we'll see what we want to do. The second Doomsday. I have 2 copies and I've drawn them. Oh, that's funny. Okay, another Saga. It's not ideal. Goblin Welder. Okay. Well, that's not doing anything right now, but yeah. Oh, please not another Magus. No, get out of here. Okay, I'm done. Okay, this is the Painter Grindstone bullshit. I'm gonna completely pivot off Doomsday. Luckily, we didn't show them creatures. Okay, all the plows. All the removal, including the dismember for that annoying Magus. All the pest controls and the basic planes, because they are a moon deck. Out with the Doomsdays, out with Consider, out with Thassa, out with LED, out with the 2 remaining Cyclers, probably. We'll lose a. I'll want. Yeah, I don't know. What's the last cut? Maybe Lotus. No, Lotus Petal is fine. Maybe Teferi is a red blast deck. Final game of the final match. Yeah, I'll keep this. I will ponder though. It is my blue card for force. Not hate finding like a brainstorm here to set up Triumph. Or I guess these cards like Shieldred is going to be good as soon as I hit a black source. So as long as I don't get like brainstorm locked here, I'm pretty happy. Goblin Welder that probably needs to die, but maybe it can wait like a turn. Come on, please. Don't red blast me, and also, yes, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna put back Catherine and the planes, I think. And I'm going to just put them under as much pressure as I can. They have probably got access to white removal here, but we have another big lump coming, and I'll save the plow like for a potential like painter or something. No Saga, I like that. Goblin Engineer. So what am I worried about here? Maybe I plow Welder in response. I think I do. This will at least slow them down if they're getting like painter and then if they have a grindstone or something. And if they have that, I don't think I can break it up with a plow anyways. Okay, so they plow my thing. That was not great that they had the plow. Okay, so they get Devourer. That needs like it needs Soul Cauldron to work, I think. Okay, I'm gonna play this and hope they don't have more plows. And if they do, then I guess like they just got me. The jig is kind of up. The next draw in my deck is a plains, so I'm at least a turn away from Force of Will being turned on. And now they have Cauldron. So if they exile Devourer, this is just the win. So they I still, this is one of those like quaint combos that I don't see often enough and have not really played myself. So they exile a card from their graveyard. That's a creature. When a creature is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. So they put that on that. Creatures you control with +1/+1 counters have all activated abilities. So they can just exile cards. Yeah, so I guess I'm just dead. All right. I'm gonna let them just start it out just to see how it looks, and then concede. I'm not gonna make them click through it all. Okay, so they're attacking. Oh, I guess because this doesn't actually kill. Just they can't shoot. There's no like walking ballista clause on this. But I mean, I could block and gain life, but then like I'm drawing basic planes, so they just do the same thing next turn. Yep. All right, GG's opponent. All right, wrapping up. That was a really fun league, and I feel like the deck performed well enough. 3-2 obviously is not amazing. We lost to Oops, which I felt was probably like that could have tipped our way as well. And the final round here, yeah, I don't know. Like decks with Manic Grindstone is always a little bit annoying, and but much less so with this constellation of the deck. Yeah, I guess they were sort of onto us having a pivot, and they kept in plows, which I don't think everyone in that spot would do. But I mean, having said that, it wouldn't have mattered, right? Because I think they would have killed us with their combo beforehand. So yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up, and I didn't really get, I think, to test Pest Control enough to really have a say, but it feels like a pretty good card. I think I'm gonna persist with this a little bit at least. So hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do the YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Helps the channel. And I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.